gonna turn up the brightness on this because I can't see without it. There we go. Okay. Alright, it's been like 2 years since I've played this game. It's a good game. Except the ending. The ending makes me so mad. So I'm giving it another chance because it's my birthday and I can do that. Let's see if... Oh my gosh, is my PS4 even hooked up to my tweeter? Might not be. So let me go check on that. Let's see. Advanced settings. Okay. Well, I can't figure out how to hook my Twitter up to it right now, so like... Yeah, I'll do that next time. So it is Dear Esther Landmark Edition. It is the full game. Let's see. Okay, it says I'm streaming. Let me get a link. Throw it on Twitter. Okay, so alright, okay, I should be good to go now. Hello, viewer. Not sure who this is, but hello anyways. It's been like 2 years since I've played this game. Yeah, so I just re-downloaded it because I'm like, I'll give it another try. Wow, my chair's creaky today.
Dear Esther, I have lost track of how long I have been here and how many visits I have made overall. Certainly the landmarks are now so familiar to me that I have to remind myself to actually see the forms and shapes in front of me. I could stumble blind across these rocks, the edges of these precipices, without fear of missing my step and plummeting down to sea. Besides, I have always considered that if one is to fall, it is critical to keep one's eyes firmly open.
Oh, I forgot I could move already. The scenery is so pretty. Kinda makes you wonder how you got out here though, cause where's the boat? I forgot how pretty the music for this game was. Oh wait, there's the boat. Is there anything in the boat? Nope. Okay. Okay, that's a zoom in vision. I like the auto flashlight. That's pleasant. Looks like no one's been here for quite a while. Let's see. Food and goods. Looks like we got some playing cards right here, probably documents. Wondering what are coils on this one. We've got chemistry here. Whoa. Oh. I actually didn't notice that last time I played. That's actually pretty cool. Spiral staircase. Sucks that it's broken. It'd be cool to go up into a lighthouse. Oh, whoa. Where did that seagull come from? There, maybe? Okay. Then we got buckets and a paint bucket. Somebody was having fun with paint. These are certainly old, disused boilers. Okay. Do I want to take the high road or the low road? It's been a while. I'll take the low road. It's not like this game gives you like super directions. This makes me miss the ocean. Ocean breeze is one of the nicest things you can smell. Got ourselves a beach. Oh. Looks like the other game I wanted to stream tonight finally downloaded. But we're on Dear Esther right now. We can be silly cats later. So, we have a beach with a lot of trash on it. And it's either trash that's washed up from boats or trash from the locals, which both are bad. Looks like this probably was part of a bicycle once. It's got a Coca-Cola can in it. I think green was this special sugar, like the stevia or something? Or are these supposed to be lobster traps? God, I love the seaweed. All the little details. Oh, so we do take the high road again this way. Ooh, music time.
Those islands in the distance, I'm sure, are nothing more than relics of another time. Sleeping giants, somnambulist gods laid down for a final dreaming. I wash the sand from my lips and grip my wrist ever more tightly. My shaking arms will not support my fading diaries.
Well, this dude is certainly more of a poet than I am a writer, but... Let's see... These rocks kind of remind me of some of the beaches in Washington and Oregon. Just a gigantic rocks coming out of the water sitting along the shore. know I'll have to backtrack and go back, but this is so pretty.
I have found the ship's manifest, crumpled and waterlogged under a stash of paint cans. It tells me that along with this present cargo, there was a large quantity of antacid yogurt bound for the European market. It must have washed out to sea. God knows there are no longer gulls or goats here to eat it.
Well, if we got yogurt in the water, that means the whales are going to be regular, so that's a good thing. We got trash. That actually looks like an axle and a wheel bearing from a car. We got a tire with a rim still in it, so, and a door, so we probably had a car crash here a long while ago. But how far out into the water will it let me go? This has got to be, whoa. Okay, that's not good. Okay, so let's not do that again. Oh, how do I get back up here? Oh no. Oh no. Did I unintentionally get myself stuck in the water? Come on. There we go. Okay, well, our attempts to drown ourselves at the beginning of the game did not work. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how I can move faster, and I can't. Oh. That's like... That was not there when we came through here earlier. Hi. So we got something going on here. Okay, so I wish I could walk faster. Hopefully I can be heard. I didn't adjust my mic from yesterday. Okay. So we go up these steps. Yeah, my mic's on, so hopefully you can hear me. All these pretty little flowers. Okay. So another lovely view of the sea. And the Eye of Sauron over there. That way leads to pain. All these flowers.
Reading Donnelly by the weak afternoon sunlight. He landed on the south side of the island, followed the path to the bay and climbed the mount. He did not find the caves, and he did not chart the north side. I think this is why his understanding of the island is flawed, incomplete. He stood on the mount and only wondered momentarily how to descend. But then, he didn't have my reasons.
You know, he mentioned goats earlier, and I kind of wish there was some goats. I love goats. I would feel silly if I was playing this entire time and nobody could hear me. All this shrubbery.
When someone had died or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boats, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this, to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
It's actually really cool that they managed to get so far into the cliffside that they've exposed the white rock. Kinda looks like a monster. I think these are supposed to be ladies' slippers. Wait. Is that barbed wire? Yeah.
I quote directly, a motley lot with little to recommend them. I have now spent 3 days in their company. That is, I fear, enough for any man not born amongst them. Despite their tedious inclination to quote scripture, they seem to me the most God-forsaken of all the inhabitants of the Outer Isles. Indeed, in this case, the very gravity of that term, forsaken by God, seems to find its very apex. It appears to me that Donnelly, too, found those who wander this shoreline to be adrift from any chance of redemption. Did he include himself in that, I wonder?
Probably not. I see heather, I see lady slippers, I see what looks like lavender. I have no idea where I'm going. To a cave.
Dear Esther, I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
Boat. Boat. Wait, no, that's a rock.
I would leave you presents outside your retreat, in this interim space between cliff and beach. I would leave you loaves and fishes, but the fish stocks have been depleted and I've run out of bread. I would row you back to your homeland in a bottomless boat, but I fear we would both be driven mad by the chatter of the sea creatures.
When he says chatter to sea creatures, I kind of wonder he means just seals or seagulls. Harbor seals can be really loud when they bark. Ooh, more paint. Oh, that's a dendrite. You can see neurons in the axons. That's so cool. I'm assuming whatever is affecting people probably has this chemical code on it. I don't know what that is. Probably spaghetti monster. Another dendrite. This looks like a corrupted dendrite. So whatever's happening here is hitting people at a neurological level. Hello, friend. Oh god, now I slowed down because I was struggling to move against the wind. God, this makes me wish I could have gone to the ocean this year. Look at that little, I guess, culvert? I'm actually not sure what a culvert is. I think another name for those flowers is foxglove.
The vegetation here has fossilized from the roots up. To think they once grazed animals here, the remnants of occupation being evidence to that. It is all sick to death. The water is too polluted for the fish, the sky is too thin for the birds, and the soil is cut with the bones of hermits and shepherds. I've heard it said that human ashes make great fertilizer, that we could sow a forest from all that is left of your hips and ribcage, with enough left over to thicken the air and repopulate the bay.
Oh look, it's thistle. He does make a good point about human ashes, though. You could use them for a variety of reasons. We just don't because there's so many laws preventing it. This is where we were earlier, where we saw the crashed car. Makes me wonder how the car got out here, since that's clearly not a road. Some of those flowers look like Gänseblümchen, daisies. I can't tell if that was creaking wood or if the rock just talked to me. Tell me your secrets. Okay, I'll try again another time. Keep hearing wood moving. I think part of the reason why nobody's here anymore is where's the damn lighting? If it gets dark, I will break my leg. Oh, okay. Oh no, it's a loading screen.
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my Ordnance Survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the Welcome Break services, but although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
Yeah, it's really frustrating driving somewhere and you can't find a fucking place. Look at all this moss and this ivy. Boat. Boat. See how that song goes? You take the low road and I take the high road. Now who'll get there before you? Or something like that. Man, I should have never stopped playing piano. I don't know where I'm going. The intense piano music's kind of distracting.
The boy has kept me lucid. I sat when I was at the very edge of despair, when I thought I would never unlock the secret of the island. I sat at the edge and I watched the idiot boy blink through the night. He's mute and he's retarded, and he has no thought in his metal head but to blink each wave and each minute aside until the morning comes and renders him blind as well as deaf-mute. In many ways, we have much in common.
I thought it was pronounced boy, not boy. But I don't pretend to know French. Oh, thank fuck, there's a lower path. Sorry for breathing a little hard. I took allergy pills, but they haven't kicked in yet. Boats, boats, boats. This must have been out here for quite a while for some of this stuff to be so covered. The sound of creaking boats makes me so nervous. I hate boats. Yeah, I get that they're a good way to get shit around the world, but I hate being out on open water. That blinking bastard out there is supposed to stop boats from doing this.
There must be a hole in the bottom of the boat. How else could new hermits have arrived?
Well, yeah, with all the rocks around the island, you've probably got some low-lying ones. What the heck is this? Okay, I can't go that way. I wish this game would let me run. Whoa. I went in there just to see if the sound would change, and it did. Because the angle of the cargo container, it muted some of the wind. That's a neat little detail.
I had kidney stones, and you visited me in the hospital. After the operation, when I was still half submerged in anesthetic, your outline and your speech both blurred. Now my stones have grown into an island and made their escape, and you have been rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
Okay, that's a weird way of saying you got hit by a drunk driver and died, but...
Is this what Paul saw through his windscreen? Not Lot's wife looking over her shoulder, but a scar in the hillside, falling away to black forever.
Oh, is that how that car got down there? That's terrifying. Let me climb. Let me climb. I don't know if there was a path over there, but I do what I want. My chair keeps making weird noises.
I've begun my ascent on the windless slope of the western side. The setting sun was an inflamed eye squeezing shut against the light shone in by the doctors. My neck is aching through constantly craning my head up to track the light of the aerial. I must look downwards, follow the path under the island to a new beginning.
Did that motherfucker just say this is a windless slope? That looks like wind to me. What does he consider windless? Not a hurricane? Is this where the sheep used to be? These look way too big for sheep. Use surgical tools. We've got a clamp. Looks like we got a blade and tweezers. Looks like a syringe too. 2 syringes. 3. And some gauze, so somebody was getting patched up here. To think they had sheep roaming out here at one time. No, not sheep, goat. 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 Not goat. No. It's fine to say goat. Don't make fun of the way I say goat. Comes out easier than
The bothy
goat.
was constructed originally in the early 1700s. By then, shepherding had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jacobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders. He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work. He caught some disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it. There was no one to carve white lines into the cliff for him, either.
If he died from something that his goats gave him, he probably died from hoof and mouth disease, which has treatment now that can cure it, but it's not a nice disease.
3 cormorants seen at dusk. They did not land. This house built of stone, built by a long-dead shepherd. Contents: my camp bed, a stove, a table, chairs, my clothes, my books. The caves that score out the belly of this island, leaving it famished. My limbs and belly famished. This skin, these organs, this failing eyesight. When the battery runs out in my torch, I will descend into the caves and follow only the phosphorescence home.
That's an ultrasound. That's a baby. Oh, we found a dude's sleeping bag. Oh shit. That kinda scared me. Looks like oyster paint cans. Somebody keeps painting twisted dendrites. Looks like somebody was burning something here. That's weird. Can I go this way or... oh no, I think I eventually go up that way. Like I said, it's been 2 years. It has got to be disgustingly cold. Ocean breezes are so... like, the further north you go, the less nice those breezes are. Especially during winter time. You'll freeze your butt off. There's that fucking buoy over there. It's blink, blink, blinking away.
The editor comments that at this point, Donnelly was going insane as syphilis tore through his system like a drunk driver. He's not to be trusted. Many of his claims are unsubstantiated, and although he does paint a colourful picture, much of what he says may have been derived directly from his fever. But I've been here, and I know, as Donnelly did, that this place is always half imagined. Even the rocks and caves will shimmer and blur with the right eyes.
Wait, the dude had syphilis? Did he fuck his goats? Did he fuck his sheep? Or did he just not cook his meat well enough? Not wash his hands?
They found Jakobsen in early spring. The thaw had only just come. Even though he'd been dead nearly 7 months, his body had been frozen right down to the nerves and had not even begun to decompose. He'd struggled halfway down the cliff path, perhaps looking for some lost goat, or perhaps in a delirium, and expired, curled into a claw right under the winter moon. Even the animals shunned his corpse. The mainlanders thought to bring it home unlucky. Donnelly claims they dragged it to the caves to thaw out and rot, but he is proving an unreliable witness.
Whoa. Is that wood? We're inside the belly of a boat.
Climbing down to the caves, I slipped and fell and have injured my leg. I think the femur is broken. It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves, winter tides against my shoreline, drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end. The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
Oh, so the dude tried to patch himself up, and he fucked up. So I'm just curious about what's over here. That looks like an inappropriate shape. The clouds are kind of weirdly pixelated. Oh, excuse me. Why is there a lit candle on an abandoned island? Oh, shit. Okay, I forgot that happened. I just want to look up and see the sky, not fall down and break my back.
Donnelly did not pass through the caves. From here on in, his guidance, unreliable as it is gone from me. I understand now that it is between the two of us, and whatever correspondence can be drawn from the wet rocks.
That looks like an eyeball with eyelashes around it. Like, seriously, what is with the candles? Got stalagmites and stalactites. Okay. Water. Whoa, why is the water not rippling as I walk through it? Weird. Hello, 100% here now. It's so wild. We got bioluminescent mushrooms. I always kind of wondered if people heard the music in their heads like a soundtrack. Gonna walk around here
It
because
was
it's
as if
pretty.
someone had taken the car and shaken it like a cocktail. The glove compartment had been opened and emptied with the ashtrays and the boot. It made for a crumpled museum, a shattered exhibition.
This looks like both computer coding and dendrites. It's very elaborate. I don't know what the fuck's with the candles. Is there someone else on the island with me? Yeah, the music is absolutely gorgeous. Look, it's the spaghetti bean god that everybody apparently turns into. I love the lighting effects. I don't know how else to describe it. It looks like a spaghetti bean god. That is so cool. I went into the caves. I'm past the sheep farm. Found that the guy had syphilis. Which makes me wonder if he got it from somebody he slept with or if he slept with his sheep. So yeah, I'm probably under the house. Time to dive in. Whee! Whoa. Oop. This would be so hard to climb out of because everything would be slick. Probably covered in a fine layer of algae too. Wow, this hurts my eyes. But so cool. Imagine how ice cold and refreshing that water would be. More glowy mushrooms. Yeah, very delicious water. Fortunately, it would probably be full of bacteria that would kill us because we're not used to drinking half the stuff that's in fresh water anymore. That's details. Like, I can't tell if that's supposed to be sunlight or if there's glowing rocks. Oh hey, I was just down there. Makes me actually kind of nervous walking along that because that'd be super slick and wet. Hello, random candle. More glowy shrooms. I'm kind of wondering if this is paint, not, or bioluminescent plankton, not paint.
If the caves are my guts, this must be the place where the stones are first formed. The bacteria phosphoresce and rise, singing through the tunnels. Everything here is bound by the rise and fall, like a tide. Perhaps the whole island is actually underwater.
think one way you'd know if the island was underwater if there was immense pressure in these caves. Oh, now we got crystals. Quick, harvest the crystals. Let's open an Etsy shop. Oh, can't go that way. Can I get out of the water? Oh, I live here now. Oh, it's actually pushing me back. Damn. Come on, let me get out of the water. Wow, that is some very strong water if it's pushing me back that fast. This was a mistake. Okay, well, we know there's more cavey drawings over there. Am I supposed to go over the bridge or am I fine to go this way? Let's see, whatever this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, H. Let's see. We got 2 carbon atoms. We got an oxygen atom. God, I haven't done chemistry conversions in so long. Let's see, it's mono. Duo, tetra. Quatra, quint, I think, something like that. Get back in the water. Oh no, something with that much hydrogen in it is not good for the body. Hydrogen is very bad for the body in large amounts. Wait. Oh, I just watched that urn get ashes blown away. That honestly kind of looks like a computer chip layout. But yeah, that urn right here had some ashes in it. It got blown away. It's... yeah, the urn had ashes in it, and when I got near it, all of a sudden the wind came and took all the ashes away. But that urn looks like it's a very Greek revival style. Oh yeah, the last time I played this I rushed through it so much I didn't even notice that stuff. Look at those crystals. I think the ones that point down are stalactites, and the ones that go up are stalagmites. Yeah, this game is very heavy on exploration. Like, I couldn't come over onto the beach over here, it wouldn't let me, so if I want to see what's over here, I actually have to walk down over here. Like, I'm absolutely loving the crystals. Crystals technically don't really grow like this in nature. They would be more clumped up together. So it might be something that's unique to this island. Let's see. There's a paint can. Excuse me, had to clear my throat. Like there's... Thank you. Yeah, those crystals up there technically make no sense. Those really cool crystal caverns you see, like, in video games and stuff like that. Those kinds of fractals on the crystals isn't really that possible, but it looks cool, so that's why they use styles like that. Oh, we got NH2, HOOH. I think that's like monoxide hydrogen. Hydrogen oxygen would be monohydrate oxygen or something like that. N is nitrogen. Man, whatever that is, that does not sound good for the body. Like, as much as I love the lighting in this cave, I'm kind of wondering what the light source is. But it's video games. Things are supposed to look pretty. Let's see. Luminous Paint Premium Plus. Improved formula, longer lasting. Thing is, we only see the blue paint cans. Where does that reddish and greenish color in the center come from? Ooh. Okay. Can't go that way. But I can't tell if these are supposed to be crystals or glowing barnacles. Either way, rubbing up against that's going to be painful.
This is a drowned man's face, reflected in the moonlit waters. It can only be a dead shepherd who has come to drunk drive you home.
Wow. That's so cool. Reminds me of the Little Mermaid. That cave where she keeps all her doodads. That is so cool. And more chemistry. Can I go in the water? Oh my god. That is so cool. Oh my god, are you gonna let me out? Ah, did I make a mistake? Oh no. Oh no. I cannot escape. Oh, okay. There you go. That was really cool that you could go down there though. When I tried to swim in the ocean, it tried to drown me. Ooh. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering is who the fuck lit those candles? I love the fact that the reddish tone though, because that means there's a lot of copper and iron. Especially iron in this. Behold, Damascus is taken. Well, yeah, I think it was conquered by Syria? Is it in Syria? I don't remember. Whoa. Somebody went ham on these walls. Yeah. Even these little symbols right here mean things like if it's filled in, it's a different chemical symbol than the ones that are empty. God, but I'm so behind on my science that it's like my brain's not connecting right now. That's so cool though. Like Damascus is a place, but Damascus is also a processing and blacksmithing and metallurgy. Damascus steel is that really pretty metal that has like a rainbow sheen to it because it's several different types of metals that are just hammered into each other. And the most popular way to make a Damascus blade is actually a form of braiding. And Damascus blades were pretty, but old school Damascus blades were very brittle, so they were mostly for show. So like if you buy knives that have the rainbow sheen on them, that's technically like a Damascus style, but most of the times those knives just have a specialized metal in them that gives them that rainbow sheen. There's very few people in the world that can still do true Damascus blades. Ooh. Spiky things. My dad really loves knives, so he had me learn all about certain types of blades and stuff. Away from being a city. And I have no idea what the fuck that says. Something about fungus. Oh, and it shall be, oh, ruinous. God, just... That is a type of algae, that's not rock. Ooh, this is a creepy glow. This like serial killer's about to come after you glow. Yeah, that green is like the green that they use in, like asylum lighting, and like Silent Hill and stuff like that. You know you're about to have to run for your life when you come across that kind of lighting. This is gross. I'll try not to spooky you. But if I remember from the time I played the game, I did jump a few times. Like I jumped earlier when a cormorant took off into the air. And a seagull came out of a building. That scared the shit out of me. That blue lighting is more of a... The truth is about to be revealed. You are the chosen one lighting. Okay, can I walk around this? Nope. Whee! What? Okay, so we got a hospital bed with, I can't tell if those are supposed to be British currency or kronung. I think those are Greek-style coins. That's pretty neat. Oh, because you have to pay the ferryman with coins. So, this represents somebody who's dead. Or several people who are dead. Can I swim up? Yeah, I think I'm in the sticks right now. Looks like a goddamn highway to me. Should I swim up? Maybe. Oh, there we go. And if you couldn't pay the ferry, you either got stuck or you got shoved into the river. Okay, we've got a way over here. That fall would knock anybody unconscious. Oh my god, why am I climbing so slow? Loading! I can take a sip of my adult beverage. More mysteriously lit candles. Got some old, probably oak barrels. Oh, it's a tent. How intense. Okay, I'll stop making bad jokes. I love making
I wish
bad
I could have
jokes.
known Donnelly in this place. We would have had so much to debate. Did he paint these stones or did I? Who left the pots in the hut by the jetty? Who formed the museum under the sea? Who fell silently to his death into the frozen waters? Who erected this godforsaken aerial in the first place? Did this whole island rise to the surface of my stomach, forcing the gulls to take flight?
Oh, look! There is lines in the air. That means airplanes have gone past here. Dude, seriously, if you're like questioning who died, it was probably you who survived, because like, you're the one continuing the story. Okay. Ah! God damn it, I'm drowning again. I don't know where to go. I guess I'll go into next logical place, which was the cave. The way he keeps talking, I keep thinking Donnelly's dead. But then he's like, which one of us fell into the frozen water? It's like, okay, so was Donnelly dead? Are you Donnelly? Whoa, that's a really cool water effect. Syphilis is known to cause insanity, so I would not put it past the dude to actually be Donnelly. Gotta get into that cave. I love the moon though, but it's kind of creepy that it's not moving. Dawn of the final day. God, the light blue one, that moon's actually kind of painful to the eyes. Oh, look, a paintbrush. Okay. So, that was drawn over, or painted over there, but the can is over here. Seriously, who lit all these goddamn candles? Oh, excuse me. I'm a little burpy tonight. I wanted to see what was over here, but it tried to drown me. Okay. Okay, yeah. Very pretty water. It's kind of weird. I don't cast a reflection. Oh shit, I was like, why is there a red light in the water? The radio tower. There's another boat. More flowers. Yeah, this is not a very incredibly long game. I think we're almost near the end already. I think this... yeah, this was a shipyard.
For fire and soil, I chose fire. It seemed the more contemporary of the options, the more sanitary. I could not bear the thought of the reassembly of such a ruin. Stitching arm to shoulder and femur to hip, charting a line of thread like traffic stilled on a motorway, making it all acceptable for tearful aunts and traumatized uncles flown in specially for the occasion. Reduce to ash, mix with water, make a phosphorescent paint for these rocks and ceilings.
Now, this is the full game, including with like director commentary and stuff like that, but no, in the long run it's not an incredibly long game. It just feels long because it takes forever to get anywhere because you don't have a running option. Because I'm almost to the other side of the island where the main parts start. I'm finding more altars. Like I just saw the pictures of the car crash. Yeah, Dear Esther is about a guy who lost his wife to a drunk driver. Yeah, I actually do have what remains of Edith Finch, which is an incredibly sad game. It's told so beautifully, and I do have it, and I have been meaning to replay it again. Dear Esther is about Donnelly, who is going insane. I think the other guy's name was Peter, and he was drunk driving and hit the narrator's wife and killed her, crashed a car. And if I remember right, the guy who's the narrator slowly is losing his sanity, so I think he also has syphilis. I think in the end he is Donnelly, but it's never like 100% clear. Yeah, that's a picture of his wife. I don't know what the fuck that is. Okay, that symbol I think is for Saturn, And N is for... No, the weird N. I don't remember what the... That's not Saturn, that's the moon. What was the N for again? God, I'm so rusty on my alchemic symbols. I want to know who the hell lit all these candles. Now, a game that's huge on exploration but takes forever to get through is Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. And that game takes about, to find everything, roughly about 4 to 5 hours. Because the game doesn't let you run. But it's such a beautiful game. And there's car crash parts. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the narrator went insane after his wife was killed. Oh, and there's more of those white scars along the rocks.
There were chemical diagrams on the mug he gave me coffee in, sticky at the handle where his hands shook. He worked for a pharmaceutical company with an office based on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. He'd been travelling back from a sales conference in Exeter, forming a strategic vision for the peddling of antacid yogurt to the European market. You could trace the connections with your finger, join the dots, and whole new compounds would be summoned into activity.
Okay, a light from heaven shone around him. I think that's referring to Jesus. I'll start talking about... God, I'm rusty on the Bible too. Oh, felt a vibration in my controller. Oh no, can I get up here? Oh no. Come on, let me pull a Skyrim and climb up the cliff. Ugh. It won't let me. Maybe this way?
From here, I can see my armada. I collected all the letters I'd ever meant to send to you, if I'd have ever made it to the mainland, but had instead collected at the bottom of my rucksack, and I spread them out along the lost beach. Then I took each and every one, and I folded them into boats. I folded you into the creases, and then, as the sun was setting, I set the fleet to sail. Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic, and I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink.
Well, people all grieve in their own way, but that seems a little extreme. Yeah, I think I have to start heading up that hill towards that tower. On a sudden, a light from heaven shone around him, and he fell to the ground. Well, whoever the narrator was, or whoever lived here that went insane, sure knew their scripture. Those lines in the hills are almost like the Nasdaq lines in South America. Oh, look at all the stars. I wish games based on Earth paid more attention to actual, like, star placement. So I could, like, find a Big Dipper, Little Dipper, Scorpio, Cassiopeia. Those are the
A
ones that I
sound of
recognize
torn
right
metal,
away.
teeth running over the edge of the rocks, a moon that casts a signal as I lay pinned beside you, the ticking of the cooling engine, and the calling from a great height, all my mind as a bypass.
How come people that are going insane are the most poetic? Is that a person over there? Did you light all the candles?
I've begun my voyage in a paper boat without a bottom. I will fly to the moon in it. I've been folded along a crease in time, a weakness in the sheet of life. Now you've settled on the opposite side of the paper to me. I can see your traces in the ink that soaks through the fiber, the pulped vegetation. When we become waterlogged and the cage disintegrates, we will intermingle. When this paper aeroplane leaves the cliff edge and carves parallel vapor trails in the dark, we will come together.
I could have sworn somebody was up here. Did they jump? I don't see a dead body down there. Creepy. And he was... Wait, and as he was proceeding on his journey, that is not how you spell proceeding. Unless that was supposed to be an O and the paint leaked and looks like a Y. And has come near to Damascus. And he...
If only Donnelly had experienced this, he would have realized he was his own shoreline, as am I. Just as I am becoming this island, so he became his syphilis, retreating into the burning synapses, the stones, the infection.
And he was 3 days without sight. And neither did he eat nor drink. Takes some dedication to paint on a wall. Blink. Blink. Seriously, looks like the Eye of Sauron. Seriously, these candles would have started a fire by now.
There are headlights reflected in these retinas. Too long in the tunnels of my island without a bottom. The sea creatures have risen to the surface, but the gulls are not here to carry them back to their nests. I've become fixed, open and staring, an eye turned on itself. I've become an infected leg whose tracking lines form a perfect map of the junctions of the M5. I will take the exit at mid-thigh and plummet to my Esther.
Okay. Yeah, that moon has literally not moved the entire time. And it came to pass that come on. And it came to pass that as I made a journey, I guess, and can't fucking read that. Probably some profound stuff. Yeah, definitely near the end of the game. Probably have to look up what all this says. Just look at all that candlelight. It's kind of pretty.
Blind with panic, deaf with the roar of the caged traffic, heart stopped on the road to Damascus, Paul sat at the roadside hunched up like a gull, like a bloody gull. As useless and as doomed as a syphilitic cartographer, a dying goat herd, an infected leg, a kidney stone, blocking the traffic bound for Sanford and Exeter. He was not drunk, Esther. He was not drunk at all. All his roads and his tunnels and his paths led inevitably to this moment of impact. This is not a recorded natural condition. He should not be sat there with his chemicals and his circuit diagrams. He should not be sat there at all.
Okay, my dude, calm down. I do not have the patience to try and read those letters. It's too difficult. Damascus. It's actually kind of terrifying.
I am the Ariel. In my passing, I will send news to each and every star. Dear Esther, I have burnt my belongings, my books, this death certificate. Mine will be written all across this island. Who was Jacobson? Who remembers him? Donnelly has written of him, but who was Donnelly? Who remembers him? I have painted, carved, hewn, scored into this space all that I could draw from him. There will be another to these shores to remember me. I will rise from the ocean like an island without bottom, come together like a stone, become an Ariel, a beacon, that they will not forget you. We've always been drawn here. One day the gulls will return and nest in our bones and our history. I will look to my left and see Esther Donnelly flying beside me. I will look to my right and see Paul Jakobsen flying beside me. They will leave white lines carved into the air to reach the mainland, where help will be sent.
This is where it gets trippy. From the very brief shadow you see underground, this guy turned into a fucking bird. So this guy lost his wife to a co-worker who hit her. He had syphilis. He busted his leg, and because of the syphilis, it didn't heal right. It became gangrenous. Then he decided to jump off the fucking tower. So yeah, that's the entirety of Dear Esther. Yeah, he's not one of those cormorants he spoke of earlier. Yeah, it's very depressing. I just realized I never got back on Animal Crossing to have KK Sliders sing me a song. Oh my god, that card against humanity, Final Fantasy VII, that's beautiful. But yes, that was Dear Esther. Makes me just as mad as it did 2 years ago. Okay, sleep well. Oof, excuse me. But yes, after this, I think I might just play something a little happier, because this was depressing. Oh, I have cat lateral damage downloaded.
That's always fun.
Yeah, one of these days I should stream Yakuza, because Yakuza is way better than this was. Yeah, once it scrolls through the credits, I will definitely change to something a lot happier than this. Okay, so, come on. I wish these credits were faster. Can't make them go by faster, just like I couldn't run in a game. Okay, so let me hop off this and switch over to a much happier game.